Welcome to part number 6 of the High Value Women series. Today we are talking about your reactions. Now, if you have watched part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well then you already know me. If you're very new to my channel, I am Lady Esha, your self-development and improvement coach. Of course, I help you level up your mindset and your lifestyle, and I make your dreams come true. And I tell you how to manifest the life of your dreams. And I also teach you how to manifest the best version of yourself that allows you to live in that dream world that you design consciously. Okay, in this part we're going to cover reactions, you being reactive, and your anger management basically. This part for today, girls and guys both can take advantage because it's for the both of you, not just for the high value women. But again, the whole team of Mai was talking about the high value women. So the whole month of Mai, on my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, we have talked about the high value women. So that's that. So I'm going to obviously refer to the high value women, but I'm just saying I think these points may just help both genders. Now here's the thing, you ladies probably have heard me live on Instagram, Facebook, maybe in the past. And you have heard me talk about how I need you to be the least reactive person that you have ever known. And there is reasons to why I say that. You know, there's a reason why we call the improved version of a girl the rich bitch energy. Just because we use the B word doesn't make her like the bad Instagram baddie. No, it's not the baddie. That's not the girl we're talking about. We are talking about the best, improved, refined, better version of yourself, you know, and that will always be the rich bitch energy. Why? Because she is a rich personality, she has a rich life, she believes in the richness of everything, you know, she eats rich food, wears rich materials, has a rich life, has an abundant life, and she looks at the richness of other people. So yeah, you may as well just call her a gold digger if you're talking in that sense, but they're always looking for the good in everybody, and they always make sure they look at the good in themselves and they help improve themselves also. So these ladies always help themselves first, and only then they can help others. And that is the rich bitch energy. You know, she has a big aura, she has a big energy. And I don't mean in terms of like a big masculine energy. No. It's just more refined. It's just a better, bigger version of herself, right? And you can all tap into that. By the way, with that being said, I have really great news for you. I have a new workbook, a new ebook, a step-by-step guide on how to become the high value woman yourself, and it covers literally everything, and it gives you a structure that you can follow, and it gives you steps and guidelines and a structure to follow, so you'll have a container around that, right? I think whatever you want to do, you know, having a container around that is important because that's the only way you get to that point. And if you want to be the high value woman and learn the goods and the bads and what you should do and what you should not do, this book is for you. The link is down in the description. It's all written by truly yours, and I am here to help you and give you all the information so you can change your life around and be the high value woman, so that you can attract the high value life experience also, because you all deserve that. And once you know this, there is no turning back. So read the book and thank me later. The link will be down in the description below, and I'm very excited for you to embark on this journey. Now let's move on. I have always been asking you ladies to be the least reactive person that you've ever known. And why is that? Let's say you're fighting with your partner. Now you ladies always ask me questions about your fiance, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever. Even though I'm not a fan of the term boyfriend, girlfriend. I think it's just BS. Come on, we're grown ladies here. We do not talk about stuff like this. It's way too yesterday, like it's like last century. We don't talk about stuff like that. You all know you do not get into relationships like that. You have prospects and you get into marriage. That's what you do. Otherwise you do not entertain anything left, right, center, because it doesn't serve you as a female. But anyhow, that being said, now you ladies always ask me questions about your partners, right? And what happens is the questions always go like, my partner said this, what should I say? He did this, so I got mad. He gave me this, so I reacted like this. Now he's angry, what should I do? It's always like, the questions are always based on your reactions. You always overreacted to everything. And now you're like, okay, now what should I do? Or it's the other way around. Maybe your partner overreacts to everything. And in both ways, that just shows that you have a little bit work to do when it comes to your emotional intelligence and your anger control and your emotional control and your tongue control. And you need to be the least reactive person. There is no other way around this, okay? And I'm telling you, every time you feel like, okay, you're on fire, you want to say something, you want to just blast on someone, well, every time you feel like this, I want you to remember me, remember my face. Hello, I will always tell you to be, hey, don't react. Be the least reactive, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because it always puts you in an advantage. Why? Because you will always have an advantage when you do this. Let's say somebody gives you something and you just do not like what you just received. I don't want you to react, hey, you did this, you gave me this. No, 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 no. You do not complain. You do not blame. No, we do not do that. What we do instead, if you're not very pleased, well then that's that. We act like we're not very pleased. But that's about it. We don't show that, oh my god, I'm so upset, this is bad, blah, blah, blah. We don't talk about it. We just show, oh, that's so sweet, darling, thank you so much. But then that's that. You don't look at the thing, you don't want the thing, whatever. You just show, okay, I'm thankful, you thought of me, that's so sweet. But am I like super, super impressed? No. My face is going to tell you that. I don't even have to say anything. And well, I hope that you have the same problem, but I do. Every time there is anything, you will just know it from my face. If I'm nervous, my face will tell you. If I'm confused, my face will tell you. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. It's not. It's something I would like to change about myself, okay? And I'm working on that. But when you show no nasty reactions and your face is enough for you to speak, you know, that's great. Well done. Because that means you're in emotional control. You don't react too much. And so you don't react too much, and so you don't end up saying too many nasty, weird, bad things that later make you feel regret, and the next person is now upset with you because they think you're just not grateful, you know. So don't ever show nasty responses. So be the least reactive person and just let your eyes do the talking, let your face do the talking, let your expressions do the talking very gracefully. Why you have to open your mouth too much? Keep that thing shut. No, God gave you that to speak nicely and politely, not to bark. Because the thing is, the person will see your expression and they will understand, oh, oops, well, she's so sweet or kind enough to be thankful and like be nice to me. But I feel like I think I didn't do a very good job. Shit, you know what? I'm gonna try next time. People are smart. Listen. Don't ever think that you're the only one who has a brain and who's smart, okay? Men are more smarter than you. They will know anyway. You don't have to bark too much. Sorry. You don't have to talk too much and you don't have to be loud too much. They will know when they see your expression. So let them know and let them understand and realize this in their own timing. You have shown and you have done the work. It's your energy that speaks for itself anyway, right? The rich bitch energy, okay? You don't have to say much. It's fine. You receive, you see, you respond, you stay quiet, and that's all you have to do. That's the only job you have over here, girls, okay? Let them realize, and next time, trust me, they're gonna do a better job. Because they want you next time to not give that energy. Like last time I thought that you were not very impressed, so I thought this time maybe you could be a bit more pleased. And genuinely, girls, next time do show that you are very, very pleased. You know, so you need to start learning these energetic games, so to say. Well, I shouldn't really call it a game. It's not a game, but it's just you respond to people politely with your energy. You don't have to talk too much. You don't have to be so nasty. Because now, let's say you've dealt with the same situation in a nasty way and you said many, many mean things and blah, blah, blah. You made it out like a whole drama and you overreacted, for example. What happens? The person resents giving you anything in the first place now, you know, and now it has become a burden for them to buy you a gift the next time, because every time they're thinking, oh, that girl is fussy, oh my god, this girl, you know, it feels like, I don't even want to do this. It feels so burdensome all of a sudden to even buy her a gift for Christmas or birthday or whatever. They'll be thinking and overthinking and it becomes a burden. But you want this experience to always be a pleasant thing, right? Like you want them to think of you in a nice way when they buy something for you. So allow them that experience. Because it's better for you at the end of the day, right? Not for them. It's good for the both of you. But of course, since you're talking about the ladies, I want this to be good for you. I'm here to help you. So let the men have that positive experience when it comes to buying gifts for you, rather than making it such a burden for them, where next time they're thinking, oh my god, I don't know, you know what, I'm just going to avoid it. Because that's how men sometimes do things, you know. If they're overwhelmed with something, they may as well just leave it altogether, just forget it altogether. They do that, and you don't want that, trust me. That's the worst. That's the worst. Be nice. Just don't react too much. If you reacted too much next time, you're going to turn the whole thing into like a bad thing and a very negative experience from this point onwards. And every time you'll be even more conscious. You'll be like, okay, what is it now this time? And then you'll be talking bad to your friends about it, to your sisters about it. Yeah, it doesn't give a good impression about your relationship and about your man in general. So why do you want to show your man in a bad light in the first place? Why not play this energetic game where things could just improve magically? So next time you'll always have nicer and better and bigger things to say about him. Why not do it like that? Does that make sense? So it's always like this energetic shift that you have to do and play games with your own energy and let them know with your, facial reaction, with your little face, with your expression, that, yeah, it's very nice, thank you. Just not that impressive, but all good, no problem. You thought of me, so sweet. Thank you, darling. I'm so happy to have you in my life. So that is how you can. I hope this makes sense. I know it's funny. I think I'm in a very funny mood today, I guess. Yeah, I hope you get the point. Now, here's another thing that happens when you don't react too much. Let's say you're having a bad fight with your partner, with anyone for that matter, whether it's your friend, whether now it's your husband, whether it's, you with your colleague, boss, whoever it may be. When you answer too much, blah, 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 it shows no emotional control. It shows, okay, you have no anger management skills whatsoever. You're just saying whatever is coming in your mind. You have no control. You do not have emotional intelligence, in other words. And when you show that, it does not earn you more respect ever. People don't respect you more when they see you don't have any emotional intelligence at all. You do not have any control on your words, on your thoughts. Yeah, no, that's not a very smart person now, is it? That's not very high value, in other words. So people don't value you when you're not very high value. It is what it is. So when you show these traits, very reactive, angry reacting to everything, highly reactive to everything, how much value do you think that is? How much value do you think that brings? Actually zero. Not even zero. It goes all the way to minus. You're ruining your own relationship with that particular person, or your friendship with that particular person. So give people the benefit of the doubt. If there is somebody in your life and they have a complaint to make politely, deal with it like a high value woman would. She's not going to be, oh yeah, you think I did this? Well, guess what? Yesterday you did that, and last week you did that. So now you're being angry just because I did this right now. No. This is like such a pet peeve for me personally. If I am complaining, which I will complain, and I'll complain very politely, in a nice way, I'll let you know that maybe I didn't feel right about a certain thing. And if I'm seeing that the next person has started like this childish game, almost as if we're back in high school, where they're like, oh yeah, you don't like this? Oh, well, guess what? When you did this, I felt like this too, blah, blah, blah. It's like, this is not the time for you to come up with your own complaints. I made one complaint right now. Like one complaint ticket. And now we have like 10 more ticket complaints coming from the other side. No, that doesn't serve any of us. That doesn't do any good to any one of us. So no, that will end up me not respecting them as much. And next time I'll be like too quiet and I will not be very open to express how I feel the next time, because it's like, yeah, this person doesn't handle confrontation very well, or with a little complaint very well. Like every time you have anything to say which they don't like, now all of a sudden they have 10 things to say as a return. And that's not a very high quality trait to have in a person, right? You should be able to deal with a complaint in a very, very graceful manner. If somebody doesn't like a certain thing about you, they have expressed to you nicely, hey Esha, you know what? I think right now you're being very silly. This is not right. You said this, you're doing this, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? Blah, whatever it is. As long as they're politely just saying that, I will always be there, listen and be like, sorry, you know what? Yeah, I'm having a bad day. I'm feeling a certain kind of way, or whatever happened, I got triggered, or maybe I'm stuck with a certain problem. I will just explain to them, hey, do you know what? Maybe that's why I did this, or whatever. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, well guess what? You did this yesterday also. You didn't even wash the dishes last night, and you didn't even do that last week. And last month you did this. This is not the time to counter-complain. This is not the time to counter-complain. This is the time to make the other person be like, hey, I get it. You had a complaint. I solved it, we're done. Move on, next. Next time I will have a complaint, I will tell you politely also. But it's not like this revenge game that we play. Oh, just because you made a complaint, now I have 10 complaints all of a sudden. That's very childlike. No, let me rephrase. Being childlike is good. We've talked about this in my last part. Being childish is not good. Childlike is like learning, receiving, okay, that's childlike. Childish is like, you said this? Guess what? I'm gonna do this now too. It's very mean. It's very mean. It's the Uber girl energy. So you want to upgrade and be the rich bitch energy? In fact, even more higher than that, be the high value women. And well, the ebook link is down below. Get that and thank me later. Because I am here to help you. If I help you, well, even one of you, let's say, well, I'm sure it's going to be more than that. Let's say I help 10 of you, 15 of you, maybe just a couple of hundred watch this video and only 10 of you take the step to really become the high value women, and you read and do the work and you do the inner work and you just read and get the information in your brain and learn some new stuff that you probably didn't know before. Or maybe you did, but you just didn't have any way to put that into words. But now you do. Even if I help 10 of you guys, guess what? That's literally like my mission complete. Because that's the only reason I make all these long format videos. I take time of the day to make these videos for free, only because I really want you ladies to improve your life. I truly believe one by one, you know, as they say, like small little drops make a whole ocean, right? So small little people, one by one, all of us, some of us actually, we start to make a change and we start to wake up and shift our energy and do the frequency work and raise our frequency and vibration, so we make this world, or at least our world, we make it into a better place for ourselves and others around us. Then imagine how beautiful this world could become. Just literally just imagine, like just 10 of us, maybe 20, and then maybe tomorrow there's more and more and more. The world just becomes a better place, and relationships will become a more pleasant, healthier place for people, and friendships are going to grow even more beautifully and more pleasant, and the world is just going to become better and better and better. And that's literally all I want. So please be accountable, because I will always talk about accountability in all of my videos, because it's accountability that is going to tell you that, hey, do you know what, Esha? Get your shit together and do the work. Get your ish together and take the right education. Get your ish together and learn from the right people. Get your ish together and improve yourself and improve your life so that others around you are also in a happier state. Please do that. Please be accountable. Being the least reactive gains you more respect. When you don't counter complain, like I just explained to you, you raise your value. Always. You deal with complaint nicely, you deal with somebody's problem nicely, you don't react on somebody's stuff, it always gains you respect. Every time you get one more point, look at it that way. Every time you control your anger, you control your reactions, guess what? You just gained one more point. And how many points can you gather? Just imagine, within 1 month, 2 months, how many points you can gather, and every point counts towards you being more high value, more high value, more high value. So next time somebody fights with you, don't be too reactive, and trust me, the next day they will always be back with an apology. And now guess who has the upper hand? And the thing is, it's not even about having an upper hand over each other. I don't really look at things in that way. I think that's a very nasty way of looking at things. I don't think we're always trying to gain power over one another. That should not be the goal, at least. If it is, then please stop it right here, because that's not really a good goal to have. Your goal should be to be in harmony with each other within your friendships and your family and your relationships. It should not be about, I'm winning, I'm winning and you're losing, or I'm losing, oh my god, let me do something to win. No, that's not the dynamics that you should be having with your friendships or within your relationships. I think that's a very negative way of looking at things. Again, that's the Uber girl way of looking at things. That's the Kareem boy way of looking at things. Silly, silly, silly. They always end up creating situations for themselves that make them resent the next person every single time. And that makes them more bitter and bitter and bitter. But when you don't react, the next person comes back with an apology, you've always gained more respect at the end. Because you didn't say much. You could have. You didn't. And now let them say sorry. Now it depends on you. How do you accept your apology? How do you? Well, I would like to accept my apologies with flowers and gifts. Thank you very much. How do you accept your apologies? And you will always have more respect and more advantage when you don't react too much and let them come back with an apology. Always. Now you want my forgiveness? But I want this. So get you whatever you want. This is how you get more stuff, girls. Girls always asking, how do I get more from my man? He doesn't even give me anything. Well, if you're always complaining and reacting and all of those things, yeah, you're not gonna get much. Because, as I said, Uber girls are always creating situations where they're resenting the next person and the other person resents them. You don't get anything like that. Take a step back, lean back into your femininity, be the divine feminine essence lady, because that's what you should be doing, and then do things in a softer way. Express things in a softer manner, react in a softer manner, all the time, every time. Why? Because why not? Why are you trying to be so harsh? What are you trying to prove? Every time you being the loud one, the crazy one, what are you trying to prove? What do you get? Think about it. Think about it for a second. I'm going to be the loudest one, the biggest crazy one. I'm going to shout at him. I'm going to say to him, I'm going to set the thing straight tonight. I'm going to say this and I'm going to do this. What do you get? Tell me. You will get the least of everything as a result. What's the point? Now you control yourself, you get more and more and more. That is the smart way of living, and that is what the high value woman does. Same with the gift. Somebody give you something, you don't like it, no problem. Don't be reactive. Don't react too much. Reacting to everything, don't react. Certain people talking bad about you, don't react. Don't react. You are above them. That is why they talk about you, right? As they say, once they lose access to you, they start talking bad about you. Yeah. And once you embark on this journey of becoming the high value woman, a lot of people will lose access to you and they will start talking bad about you. It is a part of the game. They say, don't hate the game, hate the player. Don't hate the game, hate the player. Is it? As they say, don't hate the player, hate the game. So this is the game and you are being the player over here. So of course they're going to hate you. Of course they're going to talk about you because you know the game. Does that make sense? You know the game of life, honey. You know the game of being the high value woman. Because at the end of the day, it's all a game. It starts with your mindset. So life is a game. You are trying to be the best player that there is out there. And I think for us ladies, we look at life more like it's our runway. Especially the ones that love fashion like me. Hello. So we look at everything like it's our runway. Every day should be like spotlight, like a really good day. Isn't it so? Isn't it all like a game? Just like a show, a fashion show maybe. And sometimes it's a shit show. Fashion show, it's a game show, it's a reality show, and sometimes it's a shit show. I mean, what can you do? So this was part number 6, ladies. Same goes for if you, let's say, have anger problems. Why do you have anger problems? You are still stuck in the ubical energy. You have all these small, petty little problems. Can't you just raise your frequency, raise your vibrations right now? Be in the top 10% women frequency course. Ladies, you need to do the course. If you're ready to, create that world and be that version that deserves that world and those relationships and those friendships and, all of the abundance and all of that, you have to become that woman first. You have to become the woman first. You have to do the work on yourself. And it starts with very easy steps that easy to do for anyone, only if they want to, only if they decide. That great life is always there. But it's just always waiting for you to decide first. So you decide and then you will do the work. It's always one decision away. The biggest changes of your life are always only one decision away. So when you decide to get in top 10% frequency course, DM me because I'm going to be celebrating you and I'm going to be so happy for you because it's like you are ready to go to the next level. Well, hello. Now, elite level education that, none of us will talk for free on the internet because not everybody is ready anyway. So why should we? When you become that woman, do you really think at the higher value woman status, the top 10% frequency, do you really think she's worrying about being too reactive? No, she's in control. Do you think she worries about, I have anger issues, what should I do? No, she doesn't ask herself those questions anymore. That's like old story. That's like last century stuff. She's not bothered anymore. There's other things, there's bigger things that this woman has to think about and look after. And in the course, I explained that to you in module number 2 and 3. I've talked about this, how when you go bigger, you have bigger problems to deal with. You have bigger things to look out for. You have bigger things to think about, right? It's just like, think about you being at a princess level, Princes don't have to do much. Wake up, look pretty, do this, do that, all of those things. They're given everything, so easy. Queen, on the other hand, yeah. That comes with responsibility and accountability and looking for things and looking after things and conquering this and helping the king conquer things and do this and do that and look after the princess and the princess that you gave birth to. There's 100 things to look out for, when you are at the queen status. Then you have no time about small little princess problems. No. So what do you consider yourself as right now? Are you the Uber girl? Are you the Uber girl? Are you the rich bitch energy? Or are you the top 10% frequency woman, which we can also call the high value woman, let's say? Who are you? Tell me. Who are you? Because whatever you think you are right now, well then, certain problems exist on this level. Then there's a different set of problems on this level. Then there's a whole different, bigger set of problems on this level. What are you dealing with right now? Small little petty problems over here? Yeah? Okay. Well, go to the next stage. Just grow up, Go from princess to the queen. Go from uber girl to the rich bitch energy. Go from low value to the high value women. You can all do that. What is the problem? It's just one decision away. So I hope this series is helping you. Today was part number 6, ladies. There's, I think, probably 2 more parts left for this month of May. And for the whole month of June, we will be talking about the high value man. So whatever questions you may have about the high value man, please ask me down in the comments below, because I always take your questions and I always include them in my next videos, whether they're short form videos for TikTok or whether they're longer videos like this on YouTube. But I always include them in the videos here and there anyway. Like somehow, one way or the other, you will get the answer. If you've ever commented and asked me a question, it will be in one of the videos. So you'll always find the answers, okay? But you will find even bigger answers in my new ebook, all about being the high value woman. It's a step-by-step guide by yours truly, Lady Esha. I am your self-development and mindset coach, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye. Good.